We lived on a lane. It was a through road from one village to another, and there were quite a lot of houses. We had a village party on the green. We got clowns and roundabouts, and it was lovely. Everybody took some food, and it was great. It was the most lovely atmosphere. Claire, she absolutely loved it, and I dressed her in red, white and blue. She was in a group that all got these silver hats on with a Union Jack sticking up. Yes, it was good.
It's a tin box with a queen on a crown in it. I keep buttons in it, and that's from the coronation time. She was invited to open a new unit, which was part of the hospital. Anyway, I just said, look, if no one else is prepared to do it, I'll do it. And I afterwards thought, what the hell was I being so nervous about? I think it was the Queen I was frightened of. And I sort of, didn't want to make a bloomer. The way she spoke with the patients, she wasn't afraid to ask anything. And so we even talked about her corgi at one point. The dog, because we have dogs, you see. And I don't know what made me say, oh, I know, it started to rain a bit, that was what it was. And I said to her, oh, the dog won't like going for a walk in this. It just came out, and she just said, oh, you have a dog? I said, well, I know you've got a corgi, but I said, I've got a lab, a Labrador. So she said, oh, I love those dogs, those Labradors, And we didn't talk about the patient, the hospital, or anything for about a quarter of an hour. It was all dogs. She was just saying how they've always had dogs in the family, and they've always had to make sacrifices for the sake of the dogs. And I'm saying, oh, you're very good. She said, well, they do their part and we do our part. And so, everything's fine. And she used to laugh. Oh, gosh, her laugh would make anybody laugh. I'd be in stitches laughing at her laughing, But she's a wonderful woman.
Prince Philip, I met him and I shook hands with him. I got the Gold Award, and when he got the Gold Award, he got to go to the palace and get it. So it was presented to you by the Duke himself. Oh, I was in the police cadets. So it must have been possibly 16 or 17, because we had to go to Buckingham Palace and we got to take someone with us. And of course my mother chose herself to come with me. As soon as she found out I was going to Buckingham Palace, that was it. She was going. Oh, I was overwhelmed is the word. I was overwhelmed because who goes to Buckingham Palace? Inside? Well, I didn't tell anyone because my mother told everyone for me. Oh, she was so overwhelmed by going into the palace. And it was an impressive thing. There were footmen and soldiers, guardsmen, everywhere.
I think I was about 15 when Princess Di came to Nelson, and we met her. That was so nice. She was so humble and soft hands. I still remember a ring.
My daughter Mandy and her son live in Windsor, not far from Windsor Castle. Used to, you were allowed to walk up the Royal Drive so far up, you see these gates, that was the Royal, the public were allowed to walk up there. And one day this Land Rover was coming, helter-skelter down the path, and Mandy waved like this to slow down and a hand waved back, and it was the Queen.
Then we met Prince Charles twice. I had 3 kids when he first came, then I had my 4th child. He was only about 6-7 months. He held him and he said, "Oh, that's your 4th child. Life's going to be so interesting," he said. 4 children to bring up, and that time I didn't understand. I do now.
My wife, when she worked in Ashworth Hospital, she was in there when the Princess Di went. Anyway, apparently they all lined up for her when they come. She said she was one of the most loveliest people you could ever meet. She had time to speak to every single person. You know, she'd come out, shake hands, say, "Hello there, how are you? Yeah, enjoying your day? Yeah, go to the next person." And that's how she was. She said everybody took it to heart because that's the way that she was. She says, "You're a wonderful, wonderful person, you know."
In 1977, when it was the Silver Jubilee, my then girlfriend's aunt and uncle, who lived next door to where my family lived, decided to have a red, white and blue party. And some of my friends came along as well, and Brian insisted on checking that everyone was wearing something that was red, white and blue. Many people, it was quite obvious, but my girlfriend didn't appear to be wearing any red, white and blue. And so Brian casually went up, lifted her skirt to find that she was wearing red, white and blue knickers.
I think the royal family is okay, really good and nice people. And when, on Sunday, when the Queen's Jubilee happened, when it was a nice, and when they made like the Paddington wear to meet the Queen, and it was really nice. I like the royal family more.
Diana, sad. She should not have been married to Charles at all. Not at all, no.
I thought it was a tragedy. I did like her. I mean, like I say, she married Prince Charles and that really wasn't meant to be. I know Charles is next in line, but I think maybe it could be William. Kate, she is by his side. She goes with him everywhere he goes, more or less. And she's with him, they're together, and it's a good spearhead for the country. Yes, I think that he'll do fine. But whether Charles does get it, but I do like Charles as well.